Hey guys, welcome to Phone Arena. It's Basil here, and today we'll be taking you through a video review of the Nokia E6, the latest business-centric device from the Finnish manufacturer. It couples a 2.4-inch display with a 4-tier QWERTY keyboard as well as an 8-megapixel camera. This is pretty cool, but probably the best thing for Symbian fans out there is the fact that it's got Symbian Anna on board, the latest version of the operating system. Kicking things off with the screen, you've got a 2.45-inch display. What you also get is VGA resolution on board, which is an oddity from Nokia, but it makes for some fantastic pixel density. This even tops the iPhone 4, so it makes for a really sharp image, and everything looks very crisp indeed on the display. It's a capacitive display, as you can see, so and couples very responsive touch interaction with a beautiful visual. Contrast levels are good, as is colour, and viewing angles are absolutely great, so we find it very hard to fault the display itself. Below the display is a call and end button, 4 buttons giving you shortcuts to home, calendar, messaging and contacts, as well as a 5-way D-pad. Directly below that is a 4-tier QWERTY keyboard with each key individualized and rounded for easy pressing. It's very comfortable to use and similar to other E-series handsets such as the E5. Very good indeed. To the right-hand side are volume keys as well as a lock slider, while to the right-hand side is a micro USB port. Up top you can find the power button, 3.5mm headphone jack and micro USB card. On the reverse of the device, an 8-megapixel camera with no autofocus, though you will find a dual LED flash and a loudspeaker. Overall, the device looks extremely sleek. It's very well designed, feels very solid in the hand, might be a little bit heavy for some, but certainly this build quality makes it feel very premium. Nokia have always been great with build quality, and this handset is no exception. And couple that with a beautiful screen, and as far as design goes, you're onto a winner. Symbian Anna on the Nokia E6 is much better to interact with than the Nokia E5 Symbian Series 60 version 3. The touchscreen UI lends itself to a much more intuitive interaction process, and also the operating system gives you a lot more functionality. You've got 3 home screens as with Symbian 3, and predominantly the functionality is like Symbian 3, just slightly different with new iconography, smoother transitions between menus and a better web browser. What you'll find is a menu system as well, which is really reminiscent of all the old Symbian menus we've come to see. You do have new icons, as we said, but at the same time, it's all pretty much stock Symbian. You have to wade through menus to get to where you want to get to, and out of the box, it's probably not going to be the perfect solution, requiring a little bit of tinkering here and there. Applications specific to the device include Quick Office, the full version allowing you to edit edit Word, Excel and PowerPoint files as well as view them, and view Adobe Reader PDFs. As this is a productivity tool, we wouldn't expect an extensive range of games. That said, there is a photo and a video editor, and with 720p video shooting on board, this is appreciated. As far as the multimedia goes, the device has a 3.5mm headphone jack, and the music player is very standard, adopting the cover flow functionality that we've come to expect from previous Nokia series Symbian 3 devices. The camera can be accessed through a shortcut in the Applications folder, or you can place a shortcut on your home screen. The module is very nice indeed. You've got a whole host of options that you can tweak, including face recognition, adding a grid, and even changing things like the ISO, which is fantastic. As far as image quality goes, with an 8-megapixel camera on board with a lack of autofocus, it's not the best experience as far as taking shots that are in any way close up goes, but for shots far away it should suffice. It's extremely quick to fire, as we can see when we press, and even with the flash it took the shot extremely quickly. That said, as we mentioned, this is largely due to the lack of autofocus. As far as pictures go, we can take a look at some of the pictures we've taken, and we can see generally they're slightly under contrasted and under saturated. Levels of detail are still good, however, as long as, like we said, shots aren't too objects in focus aren't too close. As far as video goes, we can see that the video camera offers a lot of the same functionality that the stills camera offers, with the ability to change some fundamental settings, although admittedly nowhere near as many. Shooting in 720p, we found it also suffered from the same shortcomings that the stills suffered from, such as under-contrasted, under-saturated videos. That said, as far as detail goes, it's not too soft, it's relatively well sharpened, and noise levels aren't too bad at all. The dual LED flash does a good job of lighting up a room. The Nokia E6 plays video files back very well indeed. It plays MP4 files back up to 720p, and in addition, as you can see, it plays AVI files very smoothly as well. This means you can throw most video files on here and it'll do the job. So despite the small screen size, you do also have really great resolution on the handset. This makes it really comfortable to view videos for half an hour to an hour. You can even view short movies on it without too much trouble, as long as they don't have anything like subtitles, for example, as the screen's quite small. So the Nokia E6 with its video editing and cool video playback is a surprise multimedia powerhouse as well, not differing too much except for in screen size to the Nokia X7. As far as connectivity goes, you've got 3G and Wi-Fi on board. It's pentaband 3G, so it's very well connected indeed, and as you can see, it loads up pages quite nice and quickly. This is actually a high point of the handset, as it's one of the first Symbian devices we've not felt we needed to download Opera straight off the bat. The web pages support Flash, but as you can see, there's slight slowdown while the page is loading, though this subsides generally once the page is fully loaded. As far as pinch to zoom goes, it works well overall, but the whole experience is a little bit laggy and it isn't necessarily as up to speed with other browsers out there on other operating systems. Still, we're really appreciative that this fundamental Symbian browser that you get out of the box is way better than all those we've experienced in the past. Great one. You've also got a GPS on board and Nokia's Maps. Maps works extremely well, caching very nicely and just generally doing a fantastic job. We definitely say this was one of the high points of the phone. Finds our GPS location extremely quickly, so we really haven't got a bad word to say about that. We doubt our summary is going to surprise you too much. We absolutely love the build quality of the Nokia E6. It feels fantastic in the hand and really does look the part, being nice, sleek and stylish. The screen's really great as well. So as far as overall design goes, like we said in our earlier section, we absolutely love it. That said, we can't get away from the fact that Symbian Anna doesn't add enough functionality to bring Symbian up to speed with the latest operating systems out there, such as Android and iOS. It's really unfortunate that this is the case, but it really does make us look forward to the day when we'll see Windows Phone on Nokia hardware. Until then, however, you can get the E6 pretty comfortably if you're a die-hard Nokia fan. However, for alternatives, you may want to consider the HTC Cha-Cha for a fun, less business-oriented, similar form-factored handset with Android on board. Alternatively, you can take a look at the Samsung Galaxy Pro or the BlackBerry Curve Touch. Thanks for watching Phone Arena. For more on this and other handsets, just check out www.phonearena.com.